Well, not only did we find Logan, but we happened to find this little bundle of precious.
Hi!
Here's a kitty.
We're off on an expedition.
Allie, can we keep the kitty?
Oh, I'll be right back.
Yes, we can keep
Okay.
the kitty.
Well, why
Yay.
would she leave?
Get the quick kill. Get the quick kill. Jeez, these guys. This one in particular is annoying.
Oop. They can jump.
And he'll also camp out there.
He is a sniper.
Ah.
Well, don't worry. He'll drop down eventually, just as soon as we just step about 5 or 6 feet away from him.
Hello,
Die.
good. Ow.
These are the druids.
They got some nice
So,
They're
dreads.
just lining up for the slaughter.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, the Spyro the Dragon edition. We're now in the third world of the game, Magic Crafters, where we meet, well, the Magic Crafters.
All the
Cosmos.
magicians.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh.
he's pretty cool.
His horns kind of look like conductors.
Kinda does.
Yeah, like Tesla coils.
Oh, that's a coil. I almost thought that for a moment. I thought that looked like a giant golden Korok seed.
It does kind of look like it.
No,
And
no, this ain't Breath of the Wild.
And yep, you are not. And you're not. And that guy was.
Trust me, that one's awkward.
Yeah, and definitely no, he was not wrong that the whole big place, the whole big goal. Ow,
boy.
careful of this water. The whole big goal of this place is to get dragon eggs. Nice.
There you go. Just had to know his path.
I think we mentioned this already, but is this correct that this is the last world that thieves can show up in?
I think so.
Okay.
Actually, Ooh, we're also
Whoa.
getting introduced to the
Ah,
Earthbenders
you
here.
jerk.
Oh my god.
The druids.
They are earthbenders.
So sorry about that. What did I miss?
We just learned that this is where all the magic dragons live, and these druids can move the earth.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're earthbenders.
that's basically it.
I see.
But they give you plenty of time to charge into them.
Well, they gotta warm up.
Yeah, they've kind of.
Ha!
Not to mention, Magic Crafters also introduces a new gimmick, which will make dealing with these earth-shifting motherfuckers a little easier.
Okay.
Now
Sorry, back
see,
to you,
now
Hype.
see, Shyamalan, this is why you don't take your time with the bending. You give your enemies plenty of time to take you down.
Yeah,
All I was gonna say was like tough thing fun. They're not.
Yeah.
But just yeah, we're making the joke that in the movie, like, it wasn't in the live action movie. All the bending took so long. It took this whole routine, which wasn't supposed to be the point.
Hi, Steve, I can't hear Logan, sorry.
No, it's okay. He was just doing the dance thing. I was just saying, like, that was the problem with the live action was that, like, in the live action movie, like, all the bending took so long and these long elaborate dances. Just and what was it like? I remember that one scene that like was so.
Stop.
It was-
Don't worry, guys, I'll get him. Take
Who's
that.
this?
But it was
Hey there.
kill him.
So how are you?
Well, he's locked in an animation.
I dare say I must retort with whoa, big arrows.
Oh.
I wonder what these arrows are for.
These arrows are pretty much the basis for our new gimmick, which I believe
That's
Xantor here will tell us about.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
Well, don't mind if I do.
He looks like he could play Magic of the Gathering with those cards.
You know, I would have loved it. I would have loved it if as he
Yes.
was leaving, he accidentally did lose his cards, and they're just laying there on the floor.
I wonder if anyone's ever hacked the camera to see what kind of cards he's holding there.
I don't know. Watch them be the dumb cards from Spyro Orange.
Oh, I just watched a video about that just recently for dinner.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Okay, so real quick,
Thing
so
that this man actually likes.
Oh,
yeah, I just give it a
I
whirl.
think it's all right. But anyway, supercharge, baby!
No!
Go fast.
Crack!
ow, that
I know,
doesn't
but
We
hurt.
just shattered him to pieces.
Damn.
Oh,
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly.
we already knew about this.
Hi, Patrick Stewart.
I love how his horn is just levitating that crystal.
Wings.
Learn to fly.
Yeah.
Got it.
Aw, he's an old fogey.
I just liked how he was gripping onto the cauldron as if it were his walker.
So,
Yeah, it kind of
I
is.
believe so if you didn't already know the secrets to get to the other flight levels, I believe that would be your very first one, officially.
I guess so. You're right. Yeah. What was I saying? So with the that heavy metal chest we need to be able to charge. What was it? A supercharge. So I just remember there was that one like funny clip where like you see in the original like cartoon like earthbending is so crazy, like they're doing all this crazy stuff. Meanwhile, in the live action movie, it takes like 4 people dancing to lift one boulder at about like I don't know like.
At like
2
4 feet
miles
above
an hour.
ground.
Yeah.
For about like just hovering slowly towards their enemies.
It's like
It's just
Thank you, Spyro, for recovering.
yeah,
so
it's
many
I get you,
Spyro
Glee. It's
Dragon
just it's
Yeah.
disappointing.
For the best
Disappointed.
Wait,
I wasn't expecting you to go on a long tangent like that. I was mainly just making a joke, like, but you know, yeah.
also, I'm kind of surprised we already have enough to get to Beastmakers.
I think they don't expect you to get that many just to, well, skip this world if you wanted to. But no, I am, like I said, I am going for 100% completion.
Okay.
Makes
Except for
sense.
the skill points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, except for the
points
skill
don't-
points, but they don't really count towards 100% completion. That's just
Yeah.
its own little can of worms.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, there's
Careful,
an
water.
opening.
yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, I saw. I think around the time I was recording this, I was going through. I think we were going through a bit of a heat wave, and I was sort of a little out of it.
That is fair.
Okay.
It might have been either that, or maybe I was just recording this really late, and I forget what. But I think it was around. Yeah, it was around this time where I started to feel a little. Let's just say I'm not quite at my A game right now.
Right.
This tundra
Kind of-
this little tundra area does seem welcoming.
It
I was
does.
about
also-
to say,
It's also the background that they use for the promotional artwork for Spyro Reignited.
I think so.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I find it weird that you're using the old heatwave excuse in a place that's clearly the Alps.
Oh, you guess.
I've been to the Alps. They're quite nice.
I forgot to say there is one little like I learned about this from a speed run, but there is one not cute. There is one cool little tidbit about the supercharge in this game. So, in the original game, the way game, the way the supercharge worked was that you were going down the full ramp, and by the end you get your charge. The cool thing about how it works in Reignited is a little bit inaccurate to the original, but it's kind of cool still. Is honestly, you could be halfway down that ramp, or even almost 2/3 down that ramp. As long as you're on those arrows and start charging, you'll immediately be put into supercharge mode.
Huh.
So you don't even have to go.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to go all the way up to the top of the ramp each time.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So
Alpine
real quick,
Ridge.
since this is her first time, do you have any thoughts on the Reignited Trilogy, Jordan?
It's definitely, well, it goes without saying that it's definitely it's definitely improved from the original version. I love that in this particular version of the first game, all the dragons have like not only different like voices, but they also have different personalities and like appearances. That's really cool.
Dragon
And
Daddy.
it all just looks really nice, and it really fits with the aesthetics of a lot of really good PS4 games, in my opinion.
Those beasts in the original were all like, those startled me, and those were like the first enemies that I was surprised I could kill in one hit. Like almost every
Yeah.
enemy is weaker than it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pretty much every enemy in this game, save for bosses or those that are invulnerable, can be taken down in one hit.
Well, thank you.
I needed that to kill you.
Ah, he got up! He got up! What do I do? What do I do? I just
Point and laugh and then be killed.
And he
Yeah.
fell off a cliff.
That was not the right choice. He was like, I could try laughing. Not the right choice.
The power of laughter only works in the world of monsters, not in the world of
Yeah.
dragons.
Yeah.
Dunk, dunk.
But they always said laughter was the best medicine for my woes.
He took too much medicine.
And he fell off the cliff.
Yeah, but they never told you that the fire breath was the right medicine for that medicine. Oh.
Oh,
Try healing from that burn.
and the
Oh,
cliff. Don't forget the cliff.
And the shattered spine you'll anyway. Zane.
hello, Zane.
It's not really a
Billy.
What you
magical
got, what you got
name.
for me, Zane?
Oh, nice.
That lantern.
He's got one horn in the middle of his head.
With a
He
lamp.
does.
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
Of course you didn't.
You know, it must be a pain to get that hood over those 3 horns.
Well, he has a hole for that horn, and for the...
Probably.
Well, I just mean like
Yeah.
to just get the
Oh,
horns.
James, you should have gone too high.
And then we fell down the cliff.
Might
we
be
joined
might
him.
be good to start up a charge and then and
No, I
then
think-
glide your way over.
I would say I think he has to go up a couple platforms.
Yeah, honestly, charge jumping isn't quite as helpful with making higher ledges as you'd think.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait until the next game when we finally get like the hover. I need that.
Yeah,
hover.
that'd be
Yeah,
nice.
that's right.
So yeah, let's pay no mind the fact that these two wizards were literally playing wizard fights with each other.
Aw.
They were having a wizard's duel.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the wizard's duel from
Oh,
Or as we like to say in Artisans, happy slaps.
Oh.
slaps.
Yeah,
Don't-
we learn about this thing that like between the wind druids and the ice, between the druids and the I don't know, the ice wizards, there's like a big like, I guess the druids and the wizards, there's a big fight going on.
Not that it means much because they're all our enemy and we must burn them as such.
We must
Yeah.
kill them all.
We burn things indiscriminately.
Yes.
They've all been created.
it's a two-man war, but only the third man will win, and we are that third man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
2 druid tribes fighting against each other versus 1 purple boy.
Yeah.
You know what? For a split second, I thought you were about to say 2 druids walk into a bar.
2 druids rock into a bar that were immediately killed by a purple dragon.
Yeah.
Who was underage, for the record.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Oh dear.
No, here's the thing. He's actually the bouncer. Has to get some extra gems on the side to pay back money bags.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Spyro the bouncer, no.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be a pretty effective bouncer.
How old do you think Spyro is in the trilogy?
He looks like he could be 15 and like 14 years of age.
Yeah, probably.
I'd say maybe 12-ish. He's supposed to be a child.
Oh, he's got chop drawlings on his wings.
Looks like an alchemist of some kind.
Yeah, and he has mechanical wings. He almost looked like a gecko with the glasses eyes. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say,
goggles.
like, not only did he have mechanical wings, but his horns actually, like, changed colors and were like little test tubes.
He also had
Yeah.
like corks in his nostrils.
And plus he had like
wait, look.
What?
That wizard's tossing Whoopa fruit to the beasts.
Not that.
We will not cross over just yet! And also inside his wings were like equations and such. They were like
That was
pit
so
chalks.
Where's our Whoopa fruit? Where's our... Oh, ow, we're dead.
We've
No
been
Wumpa
extinct.
fruit for you. Leave it to the bandicoots.
That is a cute little that is a
Bandicoot.
cute little Easter egg.
Actually, I think if you look throughout all 3 of the games, you'll see, like, various creatures throwing Wumpa fruits.
Oh,
So pretty much
Oh.
proves that a crash in Spyro game was inevitable.
Well, they better
Oh, of
make.
course.
Well, so here's the issue, though, is that if they do make one, would you want them to recreate Crash Orange, Spyro Purple?
No.
or make a new original?
No.
Should be its
I would
own
say
new thing.
recreate the story for it, but just make it an actual platformer.
Yeah,
And-
I would
make it a
honestly-
make it a good game.
Whoa,
Oh,
Crystal
wow.
Wings.
Crystal dragon.
His wings are made of crystal.
Of the magic crafters were
I was about to say, I'm not quite sure if I would even say recreate the story, because the story in the actually wasn't really all that good to begin with. It was just a matter of, oh, we suddenly know each other now, and we suddenly decide we're going to team up now. Like, there's
It's
no
like
real...
Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
No, Worlds
kinda.
Collide had more of a setup than Purple and Orange
Well,
did.
yeah, that's true. It did have a setup.
No, you know what? They should do a Spyro Rayman crossover. You could have like a couple, you could have a battle of the Purple Boys.
Way to shove Rayman in the equation, but okay.
Well, I was about
Wait,
to say,
besides
I feel
that.
like-
Sorry.
Besides that,
I was gonna say, not just Rayman, but Crash too. All 3 of them come together.
well,
Triple
I-
crossover.
What I was about to say is that I feel like part of the reason that Ali is kind of on board with the idea is to, like, to give people context, a couple of days ago I was showing her the 2 parts that were up on the channel so far, and we were just talking about, like, how she kind of made the observation of how Spyro and Rayman have quite a few, like, personality similarities, and we just came up with, like, a few humorous ideas of, like, them butting heads, and then the idea of, like, Hunter and Glowbox actually becoming thick as thieves.
Yeah.
What the hell sort of fanfiction are you guys talking about?
Hey, Kelvin. Like the actual temperature that no one uses.
He has bird wings, feathery wings.
Yeah.
they're
So,
blue.
actually.
Like
I like-
Elizabeth.
I like.
And
Oh.
we
I like-
actually saw one with feathered wings before.
Oh right. I like to imagine that like the magic crafters here are like experimenting, like trying spells, and that's what they keep having all these different transformations.
Maybe.
Right. Hence
Yeah.
the magic crafters. They're the ones that make the magic of the dragon world.
They
Yeah.
make the magic happen.
Exactly.
Where wishes do come true.
Yeah.
Four.
Well,
You
yes.
He did a
wanted to do
cartwheel.
that just to show it
Yeah, I
off,
was-
right?
I was about to say, you were standing right next to those Devilman fireworks. You had no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
James, I'm gonna pretend that was an accident, and then later,
No, I don't want
when
to
we're
open
not
up my
recording,
program.
I'll ask you if that really was an accident, and allow you to tell me if it was an accident or
So,
not.
you mean to tell me that dragons are not impervious to firework explosions?
Nah, it's well, yeah, probably not. It is an explosion.
I
It's
thought-
just a myth.
I'm sorry, Logan. The direction I thought you were gonna go with that is that, like, I'm gonna pretend that was an accident, and then when we're done recording, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't accidentally smack you upside the head.
We'll all just pretend. No, it's okay.
You fool.
So this thief is a little bit tricky
Get
to
me back
kind of
in.
get going.
Yeah.
It's best just to get the.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can get these gems out of the way. Goodness
Might as well,
me.
since he's literally on the other side of the road.
I'm back again. Discord decided to
Welcome
crap
back,
on
Mike.
me.
Oh,
no.
That
It's
sucks.
fine.
Yeah.
At least you're back now. We're
Yeah.
good.
Goodness me. Yeah, like especially like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, get him.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to Jordan. Weren't you about to say something?
No.
Okay.
Gosh, we
That
got
would have been a
Family
pretty
sex
good time to
fast.
put on yakety sax.
Yeah.
This thief in particular can be kind of tricky, and it's usually not until at the very end, after he jumps, that's your best bet to flame breath. Oh,
You didn't have it
One
in you.
time!
You had it. You
Yeah,
had it,
well,
Well,
man.
I guess.
go ahead.
No, sorry.
No, I was saying like it does seem like you want to charge into them, but in times like these, it's best to like your
There
flame
you
breath
go.
has
There you
much
go.
more range than you may give it credit for sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And,
right.
and it comes out a lot faster in the Insane Trilogy. Or excuse me, the Reignite Trilogy compared to the original trilogy.
Oh yeah,
God damn it. I still got Crash on the brain. Thanks a lot, Nitro Fueled.
And,
that's great. I don't know. I don't
It's
know
like,
what.
curse you, Nitro Fields, for being such a good remake.
Tell me about it.
Unfortunately, I don't think Spyro has any real spin-offs that they could do a remaster of.
Aside for the GBA games, no.
Yeah. Honestly, I would not be too... Like, I know we're kind of getting to a point where we're starting to, like, okay, you can make new games now. I honestly would not be too miffed if they decide to, like, take the Reignite engine and make recreations of those GBA games.
They would have to start. Now they would have to start completely from scratch because I wouldn't want just blocky levels the whole time.
Well,
They'd
no,
have to, like,
what I
make-
mean by that is, like, just take the basic... Like, kind of do what this game did with the original trilogy. Just take the same level geometry, but give it, like,
Whoa.
the Reignited visuals.
Honestly,
okay.
the more I think about it, they could just take a similar approach to how Platonic are handling that ukulele in the Impossible Maze game, and just go do something along the lines of that.
Ow, Druid.
Oh.
Oh, that's
The
gonna
Druid-
hit.
Now we're fighting
Yeah,
druids
those,
that
those
control wind.
whirlwinds can be a little deceptive.
Also harder to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very hard to see.
He hit him.
Careful. But
Oh yeah, I just remembered this. So the High Case introduces another batch of enemies that are pretty friggin' annoying because you can't really do anything to them unless you're supercharged.
but something or another.
I
Not to
actually
men-
saw. Sorry, go ahead.
Now I was about to also say there's also another level where pits are not really an issue.
Oh,
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
oh, he's rolling his eyes.
Please
He's
kill the Earthbenders. That would be very wonderful.
Yes, we would much prefer if the city of Ba Sing Se didn't exist. Because honestly, whether it be the original series or Korra, Ba Sing Se is kind of a dick town.
Blow it up.
Well,
there was that.
Mainly because of their government.
Right.
Like
Blow up the
secret
government.
police run everything.
Right, that was
Blow it up.
sad. I also remember finding it sad that one episode where like they broke into prison and they wanted to free everybody, but the real truth was that
Burn that painting, you get a skill point.
oh,
I just remember that now.
What is he? What is that thing?
I think that's the painting of the painter we saw back in Artisans.
Ares.
Oh,
Oh yeah, those fairies there are supposed to be a clue that again pits are not really not really an issue in this stage because well, the fairies will help you out.
yay! Let's see what this guy is. Ajax.
Ajax.
Hey, where's
Not his real name.
Deadpool?
Not his real name. Yeah.
I hate those bugs.
When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
I mean, I could help you and squash those big metal bugs for you, but I don't care.
Oh, those.
Oh, yeah.
They're-
I forgot about those.
Can't flame them, can't charge them normally. You gotta use a supercharge.
Right.
Supercharge.
Supercharge.
Okay, so I was gonna say earlier, I was watching a video of Ant-Man, like yesterday, I think. And he pointed out those whirlwind those wind druids, and how in the original you couldn't even tell what they were. And they fixed that up
You're
here.
talking about Blowhard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
Yeah, we're
the
gonna
same
see him
basic
later.
principle, though.
And don't you mean
Yeah.
Ant Dude,
Yeah.
not Ant-Man? I didn't know Ant-Man
Dude. Oh god, I
Ant Dude.
have to fuck.
I was sitting-
You're fine.
I was sitting there that whole time thinking, wow, when did they start a Let's Play channel?
The Avengers started a Let's
Ant
Play.
Dude.
You know what? If Jack Black can start his own Devil Dam Let's Play channel, why not Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd would be an amazing YouTuber.
Well, I don't know why it hasn't been. It's probably because it'd be too weird and all the licensing and making games. But I would at least out of curiosity watch at least one video where like you have the cast of Avengers playing, like have the original Avengers, have freaking Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Robert Downey Jr. playing freaking Marvel vs. Capcom.
Hi there.
Not
Hi.
Jeez. I'm in Marvel Ultimate Alliance!
That'd be awesome.
Run! Run!
Oh, they're fast.
Okay,
But-
yeah,
yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like if
Now
the four of those guys are playing 4-player co-op,
I know what you mean. That'd be fun to see.
Yeah.
And they have to play
That'd
as
be
their
interesting.
respective characters,
they have to.
even if they're not good at playing as them.
Ooh, hello,
Hi,
fairy.
Fairy.
Oh, the coolest thing that this game brought for the Spyro 1? Supercharged design.
Oh.
Yes,
Very
I
easy to use supercharge ability immediately.
Ow. No, not supercharged, sorry, super fire, super flame.
Oh, super
Flame.
fire.
Oh,
okay.
that's right.
So,
And with that, the metal spider species has been extinct.
And it gives us
Yeah.
such a cool color design.
Yeah.
that's also another thing we should point out. Like, between this, 2, I think 3 has a few of them as well. But anytime Spyro gets, like, a magical power-up, he actually gets, like, a really neat glowing, like, design all around his body.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like super fire the most, though. I just feel like that...
Just makes you feel so
Powerful.
powerful.
I have to whisper because my Amazon Alexa thing just turned on.
God damn it, Alexa.
That's why I
Okay,
always
I'm fine
turn. That's why I always turn
I
mine
should.
off. There's a button for
I
it.
feel so bad. Like it's just like, and I just have to like stare at it, like wait until it leaves the room,
It's after you.
and then it leaves. Anyway,
I hear
just, like,
I hear everything, Logan.
I hear everything.
I'm Big Brother.
Oh God, no.
I think I think I saw this funny photo where it's like back in like the 1950s. It was like, oh, be careful what you say over the phone. There could be a wiretap. Now we're in the year 2019. Hey, wiretap, can you order me a product from Panda Express tonight?
It actually just... I'm sorry, this might be wrong, but you guys... Ellie was making the Big Brother joke. I was making the idea of, like, eventually Alexa will get to the point where she's like, Daisy, Daisy.
Oh God, no.
You know that's gotta be a thing. You know someone has probably made like a mod where it sounds like hell. Or GLaDOS. I remember
Someone
my
probably did.
Actually, you can ask her if she's friends with GLaDOS, and she makes a Portal reference.
It was also really silly. So I had an old GPS called a TomTom or whatever it's called.
Yes, I remember those.
But TomTom, the developers, the TomTom developers actually had an official like voice clip. Like I guess they actually got permission from Valve and had them re-recorded. But they had a official like mod for TomTom where GLaDOS is your GPS.
Huh.
They did the same with Darth Vader too for Star Wars.
They did that. They did.
They actually got James Earl Jones to do like make a U-turn. Make a left turn.
There's that.
I love how it splat on the ceiling before falling down.
Yeah, you know what?
I remember either Waze or TomTom had a Morgan Freeman one. I was like, this is.
And Homer Simpson, I believe too. They had Simpsons ones.
Actually, just going back to either TomTom or Alexa, now, this is mostly for the guy's sake. Now I'm just imagining if someone can make like a voice modulation of either of those where they sound like Orbot.
I would be fun, I think. Or you could go double Orbot, Cubot, James, we're going to die.
Thank you, fairies.
Wow, that's generous of them.
Wait, I needed to be over there.
That'll be $50.
Now don't do that again, you moron.
Again? Okay.
We'll have to charge you extra.
Ow! Everybody gets one.
Hey, yes, the tip.
I wonder how that's like whenever the bigger dragons start doing that crap.
Cedric. Or Cedric, I
Cedric.
guess.
Oh.
Try combining your super
He's an
powers
alchemist.
with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high cave.
He looks like a puppet.
He does look a little bit like. It does look a little bit like. You know what? It's kind of silly to think about now, but I just now imagine like if you took his face. I'm not doing a freaking drawing of that one. If you take his face and add like a lion's mane, he reminds me of like the Between the Lions. The
Oh
father.
yeah, I remember Between the Lions.
You know what? I should probably show you sometime, Jordan. That on Defunct TV they had a whole special based on the history of Between the Lions.
Oh no, yeah, oh no, they're doing a whole like it's like part of a whole series all about
the big Jim Henson thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just watched the special they did on Fraggle Rock, which I never saw Fraggle Rock, but my God, the theme song is now stuck in my head.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of Froggle Rock when I was a kid.
And I don't know why, but that last little bit is so fun and like enjoyed for. I don't know why that bit at the end is so funny. Like, Fraggle Rock. I don't know why it's just so. I don't know. It's just so fun for me. I don't know. I guess that's what the magic they were going for was. But
Probably.
but it's so sad because like at the very end of that video, it talks about how like Jim Henson like towards these later years was like working like tirelessly trying to create new things, and the way the video ends is with him saying like Jim Henson worked Jim Henson gave his all and worked on so many big projects, working as though time were running out for him, and little did he know it was. And it's like, oh no, they're gonna start talking about that part.
Not that part.
No, but because it is practically like a huge like history like anthology, it has to talk about the sad stuff too. It's just
Yeah.
But looking back on it, the guy did so much. He
really did.
He gave the world some of like the best children's television shows.
And all
like,
it took
ever.
was puppets.
But there we go. But like just such great puppets, such cool designs, such like He made and it's still today with Muppets and Dark Crystal. Go ahead.
Honestly, Logan, it's funny you bring up Muppets, because I feel like that's something we should bring up whenever we get to Dreamweavers.
Oh yeah. I guess we will have to do that at some point.
At some point, but that's not for another 2 worlds. We're still in Magic Crafters, baby.
Or I guess we're gonna be here a little bit longer.
In the next part, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, next part, we're gonna watch an episode of The Amanda Show. Until next time, guys.
Oh boy.
And it's been 84 years. 84 years.
Amanda, please.